Righty. Julio, donde solo un poco de español, lo siento. Donde yogi. So, those of you that are checking it out, I do not know where you can actually watch it again. This is just going to be a pure. No, it's only on TVing. And I can't even find the Cuba lineups. The only lineup I can find is the Korea lineup. I'm still waiting for something that will let me have the Korean lineup or the Cuba lineup. I have like, these are all my notes on Cuban players, man. I'm like I'm super prepared. They got every single Cuban player that is possibly in the game, but unfortunately I have no Cuban lineup. The Cuban lineup that came out with the Korean lineup just said undecided. Every single thing was just undecided. So, there we go. I'm gonna have to snap a picture here. So, yeah, I will get the Cuban lineup all situated and set up as soon as I possibly can. But so again, those of you checking it out, the Korean lineup is correct. They put that out a little earlier, so I was able to get all of the Korean lineup, but the the Cuban lineup, we'll try to get that set up. I'm gonna try to keep it in English. I'll try to keep the others in Korean, just to kind of show you guys that I'm not an idiot. So leading off is going to be looks like Gilbert. I may spell some of these wrong, so I apologize for that. Actually, playing center field. So I'm not sure entirely like what kind of bat. What I assume they're going to be using the KBO ball, but Yoelki's Gilbert will be leading thing off, so we'll see. Again, let me get this all set up as far as the lineups, and then as the first pitch is in there for a strike, as we are officially underway. I'll try to add this as I go. I'll do my best, but so yeah, Gilbert out first, fouls that one off to the left side into the little sections over there, and it's 0-2 quickly. So, Kenny, are you able to watch it at all, or? So, who do we got here? Gilbert, as he looks at ball high from Guokbin. Guokbin, obviously the Doosan pitcher, did not pitch well in the playoffs, but obviously one of the better pitchers. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, if you didn't have a TV account, I would let you know. But Yoki's Gilbert, which of the ones, as that is a swing and a miss there, and the first strikeout of the day. Ooh, got the old helmet cam from the umpire. So again, I'll try to get stuff. Jan Moncada will step in as he looks at strike one. There was talk about him whether or not he could play or not. He is in the MLB this year, 275 on the season, but he is a free agent, which is why he's able to play in the Premier 12. Is that's a swing and a miss down on the bottom of the zone, and it's quickly 0-2. So Yeah, but now you know, you got TVing just doing all their KBO stuff now. So, but yeah, so Mancada is swing and a miss there. Strikeout number 2 already for Guac Bean. We'll see how many innings these guys go. Big 3-pitch, 3 strikes, and 2 away. So, these names are just going to be rough for me, as that's going to be a 6. Bobbles it, throws in time as the big stretch, and that will end the first. 1, 2, 3 goes Cuba. As again, I'm trying to Balboa was the number 3 hitter. I'm trying to get these actually in order, as I do have, again, I do have all of the stuff from all of the Korean players, or the Cuban players, where they play, all of that stuff. So I'm trying to get all of that stuff situated and set up. Was I, you know, obviously don't get home as quick as I would like to. So, who is on the mound? Yeda. So, Yera on the mound. I don't have any main pitching news, but 3 games on the season, 17 innings, 2-0, 265 ERA in the Cuban League, 6.9 strikeouts per 9, and 3.2 walks per 9. In the Cuban League, the Mexican League, most of these guys, that's where they're playing. They do have a couple guys that played or are playing in Japan. A couple of guys that are currently playing in the MLB also. So when those guys come up, I will let you know who they are. So leading things off is going to be Hong Chang-gi for the Korean national team. He's playing left field today instead of right field, so interesting, as he's not in his natural position. So let me continue to try to get all this set up. All right. We'll see how loud this stadium gets for the Korean players as Hong Chang-gi steps in. A solid first, or solid season. Once again, led the team or the league in on-base percentage and walks. And that is ball 1. So 336 on the season for Hong Chang-gi, 5 home runs, 175 hits. We'll see what they do as far as running. Yeah, the catcher, as that misses. So again, the KBO loves to steal. They love old small ball, but the Korean catcher, if that is the number, Andres Perez throws out 57% of the guys that he faces, as that is going to be ball 3. And you'll notice it, if you are watching the game, you'll notice and again, I don't know about all of it. I don't know if they're using the TrackMan system, the ABS system, or if the umpires are calling, as that is in there for a strike. It makes it 3-1, as I will continue to try and get all of these lineups fixed and situated. As Hong Chang-gi looks at ball 1, and he will head on over to first base with a leadoff walk. So Hong Chang-gi doing what he does, what he could not do in the postseason. Next up is going to be Kimi Jeep, the shortstop for today. Okay. So today is not the Premier 12. It's just like a friendly game. Basically, Cuba and Korea, they kind of signed a, not a treaty, but their relationships are much better at this point. And they did that this year, or maybe it was last year. So they are playing this game as kind of a symbol for the fact that they are to no longer angry at each other. As Kimmy Jeep rips that one foul. All right. 258 on the season for the shortstop. Again, most of these guys, you guys are all going to know, but there are going to be the occasional ones that you don't, as that is in there for strike, and it's 0-2. They haven't shown the ABS system. They haven't talked about it yet. So I mean, they really haven't done much in terms of the strike zone or the rules for this particular game. So I'm still not entirely sure what is going to be the rules, as that one is lifted high, going into foul territory. Under it is not going to catch it, and that's going to be another strike too. All right, so let me continue to... Again, sorry, guys. Those of you that aren't familiar with my broadcast, I work till about the time, just a little bit before I have to be here. And that means that I have to do everything as I'm starting the broadcast. But it'll get a little bit smoother once I get going, as the 0-2 pitch in the dirt. Hong Chang-gi will stay over at first, and we'll get a new piece of leather. We do have cheerleaders in attendance. If Mary Kate, if you're out there watching. All right, here comes the 1-2 pitch to Kimmy Jeep, the shortstop, and that's going to be low. Ball 2 again. Hong Chang-gi is sitting over at first base. He walked in his first at bat. Just cruising through, watching 10 pitches already for Yera. So we'll see, or Hera, one of the two. And that's going to be a ground ball, but foul and down the third base line. And we'll set for another 2-2 pitch. Let's see. Spania. Who comes after this? Spania. Alice. And he fouls that one again, dude. Wait, what? Who's this guy? Rafael Benales. Do I not have him? I don't have him. Why do I not have him? I don't have him. Rosario There we go. And here comes the 2-2 pitch once again, and that's another foul. And it just keeps going and going and going. Baltoken. And Andres Perez. Why did I not have Rosario? I don't even have him on my list. There we go. All right, we've got ourselves a beautiful full count now. 3-2 pitch gonna come up. How you go? What did I do? So Hong Chang-gi over at first. We'll see if he goes on this pitch. Again, he played for LG. They tried to steal a lot. He was the worst stolen base guy in the league. As that's going to be a shot into the center field. Hong Chang-gi is going first. They're going to wave him around. And he holds back up. And they will have runners on the corners with no outs. That's going to bring up Kim Do-young, the eventual MVP of the league. Yerbert, Moncada, Aruba, España, Canales. All right, Kim Do-young stepping in, fresh off of a championship. And pops that one up. And second baseman drops it, and Hong Chang-gi will cruise on home. And they will be out at seconds. We'll get an error on that as it went off of the edge of his glove. And Korea takes a early 1-0 lead. Again, he wasn't camped under it, so they didn't call an infield fly. As the second baseman way out right by foul territory in shallow right center. He sticks his glove back over his shoulder to his left, but is not able to make the play. Mujica, I believe Ariel Mujica was on the play there, but not able to grab it. And that's going to bring up Pak Dong-won. Pak Dong-won, the catcher today, playing, LG, obviously. So Kim Do-young sitting on first base right now. Well, Cuba's not exactly, their Cuban team is not that great. They have a couple guys that are decent, but overall, I mean, they're really not going to be the best team. As Pak Dong-won fouls that away and makes it 0-1. Rosario. And that's in there for a strike. 1-2. Pak Dong-won, 272 on the season. We'll see. Again, had an absolutely awful postseason. We'll see if the pressure is gonna continue with him here in Gocha, as that's fouled away. Keeps it at 1-2, 129 on the gun. 너무 감사합니다. 김하성, 감사합니다. All right, here comes the pitch in the dirt, and that's going to make it 2-2. 감사합니다. Thank you, Kevin. We're almost, I almost got the lineup set up, guys. Give me 2 more guys. Perez. Mujica is in the 9th spot. Pak Dong-won once again fouls that away, keeps it at 2-2. Well, there is one out. Is Kimmy Jeep was thrown out over at first or second, trying after the slow play there. All right, so here's the lineups. The lineups are correct. I do have to as that's going to be strikeout number 1 for Yera. And he will enjoy outs number 2. All right, 2 outs, a runner on first. Moon Bo-kyung will step in. And Kim Do-young easily steals the bag. Easily steals that bag. This was the one thing that I was wondering about is Perez 57% stolen bait, thrown out 50%. Yeah, I know. I'm still changing them. I have to translate them from Korean to English to Spanish. Yeah, I had to get the names in first, and then swing and a miss there from Moon Bo-kyung makes it 0-2. And Aruba is playing shorts. Yeah, the KBO did not send out the Cuban lineup, so I had to wait until they showed it on this screen. As there's a Hanwha fan in the back there, as that is way outside. 1-2. All right, bananas. Again, I am a one-man crew, guys. All right, Moon Bo-kyung, another pitch way outside, trying to get him to chase. He has done his homework. The lefties in the KBO love to swing at that pitch way outside of the zone. Algonquin. Perez is catching, and Mujica is at second. All right, here comes the 2-2 pitch to Moon Bo-kyung. And a swing and a miss. Strikeout number 2. And Korea does get one on the air on Mujica over at second, as he wasn't able to catch the pop fly. We'll go to the second. I'll finish getting all of this stuff set up. There we go. All right, Mujica playing as second base. Hopefully I can now get all of this and actually start broadcasting instead of half watching. So, all right, Kevin. I think I have them all fixed and set up now. Yeah, I think I got them all set up now. The lineup set up again. I do not have Rosario, as he seems to sorry, Rafael Vanales was a backup, but he is in the main lineup. Greetings, Mary Kates. Welcome. So yeah, I won't have any stats, any information for him, but I do have for the rest of them. Korea with the 1-0 lead. Yeah, so what I have is I have Perez and Cosmo as the 2 catchers on the main roster, and I do have Vanales as a backup, or as a replacement player, not an actual not actually on the team. So yeah, so I don't have anything for him. As again, did the best I possibly could, but So is Cosmo not going to be the backup catcher? A little Hanwha Eagles fan. As we're going to have an interview with the... okay. Thank you, Kevin. I don't know a lot about the Cuban team. I did the best I could to come up with very limited stuff, but so there we go. The first pitch is ball one as Despine, and I'm gonna pronounce these wrong. It's been a year since I was in Korean. Okay, yeah, that's what I had, and again, I have the main roster. I have all the guys for that. Is Despine crushes that, and that's going to be the first hit of the day for Cuba as he singles to left field. Or maybe there was already someone on base, and that was Vinales. They literally just showed one hit. I have no idea what's going on. What's up, Tucker? Do we have a runner on? Apparently there was, I guess, I don't know how Despine got on base, but he's on second now. I really have absolutely no idea. They did not show anything, as that's going to bring up, who do we got? Lázaro Armenteros. Okay, 2-19 on the season. He's in the A's farm system out of La Habana. Oh, the 0-1 pitch in there for a strike. 0-2 again. Once I find out, I wish I knew how Despine got on base. They really haven't shown anything. Yeah, Cuba versus Korea, tail picks. Welcome. And the 0-2 pitch, and that's lifted up into the air. Second baseman back out there. And he will grab it and one away. Oh no. Tail picks. I'm gonna do the Cuba versus Korea game today. I'll do the Cuba versus Korea game tomorrow, and I will do the Premier 12 games if at all possible. All right, that's gonna bring up Aldoquin. Okay. As that is in there for a strike 0-1. So this season he played for the Las Tunas. Okay, 36 games, 348 on the season. That's not what I have. I have he hit 402, but plays first base. This year, played first base and shortstop. That's going to be a grounder. Kim Do-young throws, and that's, well, in the inning. I still don't know how, but I don't know how Despine got on base, but he is out, and we will go to the bottom of the second after the Kim Do-young, the 5-3 double play. Clearing out Guac Bean's mess, and again, I don't know how he got on base. I'm trying to like read the scoreboard in the very back to see if it says he got a hit or if he got a walk. That's great. Thank you. Okay. So yeah, the another one. Where is that? Juan. I can't see anything. No. So with its tail, the Premier 12 is kind of like honestly kind of like the Olympics, where if you are on an MLB team, you cannot play. So the MLB Korea guys are not playing, and the Korean team is only 24 and under. So yeah, they're not going to those guys wouldn't be able to play anyway. So yeah, all KBO guys. They're all KBO guys. Yeah, every guy on the Korean team is going to be KBO guys. Kim Do Young, Hong Chang Gi. No, all KBO. Yeah, the only time that they didn't was they had Edmund play in the Olympics, or maybe that was the WBC. I don't think there are any. I don't think there are any right now. As we should be coming back here, leading off for the KBO should be, or the sorry, Korean team, Yundong-hee should be leading things off, followed by Sung Sung Moon, the second baseman, the utility infielder guy, who's probably going to play pretty much everywhere. All right, so Yoon Dong-hee steps in, the Lotte center fielder. He's playing right field today, and that's going to be ball one. You're 28 pitches in the first inning for him. Yoon Dong-hee, 293 on the season, as he looks at ball two, 2-0. All right, Busan Lotte fans cheering on. I might even have his music. And that's going to be ball three. Yeah, there we go. Maybe, maybe not. And that 3-0 pitch is in there for a strike. 3-1 now. And that's going to be a chopper. Third baseman to his left. Grabs it, spins, throws, one hops, and the scoop at first. One away. Fantastic watching the solid defense. Beautiful thing. Beautiful, beautiful thing. That's MLB defense there. Juan Moncada. Again, played for the White Sox this year. Probably wish he didn't play. I know nothing about basketball. I know about baseball and bowling. Those are the only two sports I know anything about. As Song Sung Moon will step in, the Kium Capitan. And that is misses. No, the second biggest sport is soccer, as that's in there for a strike. 1 and 2. Yeah, the second biggest sport is soccer. Third, I would say basketball. Soccer has a ton of leagues. They do. It's pure, just like all the other leagues where you suck, you go down a league. The K League. What's up? What's up? Yeah, so like you have, it's the exact same thing. Dejan's team used to be owned by the city, as that is ball 2-2. But yeah, so volleyball, basketball, hockey, they got all the sports. The golf, I would say maybe golf is the third most popular sport in Korea. As the 2-2, that's going to be ripped but foul. Song Sung Moon plays in this stadium all year round. Sports talk. Do you stream the Dodgers game today, or the Dodgers games from the World Series? And the 2-2 pitch, and lifts that one up. It goes and just foul. Yeah, Sports Talk also does online streaming, and he's a big Dodgers fan, so I assumed he was streaming the Dodgers. I'm sure those were fantastic. As the 2-2 pitch to Song Sung-min misses up high and another full counts. I know we had a couple full counts now. And that's ball four. And he will get his second walk of the day. Walked Hong Chang-gi in the first inning to lead it off. Jimmy Jeep with a single behind him. Here's Song Sung-min works a or Song Sung-moon works a full count walk, and they'll have another base runner. Can someone get no, the closest I would say is Kang Bae Ko, the KT first baseman catcher. He was also a pretty big pitcher as Nasun Yup steps in, the first baseman for Lotte, as he looks at strike one. Yeah, I'll throw it in you're in the vertical chat, right, Tail? Nasun Yup. Yeah, I'll throw it up there. That's just misses 1-1. The MLB just inquired about him just recently, so it is very possible that he could end up being posted this season. But he was a highly touted catching prospect and big first round pick for KT. All right, here comes the 1-1 pitch, and that's going to be a little liner. It's left fielder catches it, and that's 2 away. Armenteros. Armenteros. I have to work on my Spanish pronunciation. Let's see, the bottom of the lineup will come up. Lee Ju-hyung will step in. 45 pitches for Iera. Maybe. So it's 24 and under, but they can have like I want to say like two or four guys that are over. But yeah, he wasn't gonna play this. Yeah, he's 24 or 25. But all right, we will not have a first pitch yet. Like Pak Dong Won, I don't think he's definitely not 24. So Tail, this is just like a friendly game. As the foul away. So yeah, let me explain the Premier 12. This is just a friendly game. Cuba versus Korea today and tomorrow. The Premier 12 starts on the 8th. The Premier 12 is kind of like the WBC. It really is kind of like the WBC is. Those be an America's bracket and then an Asian bracket. And the America's bracket starts on the 8th, and it'll have teams like Canada, the U.S., Mexico, Cuba, Dominican Republic, maybe Netherlands, Western, and then you have an Eastern that's going to have Korea, Japan, Chinese, Taipei, Australia, teams like that, and then they will play in obviously a championship, and I believe the championship is in Taiwan this year. So the 1-1 as he goes, and another stolen base as Son Sung Moon steals the second base of the day for Team Korea. And so this is what's crazy is this is one of the things I was really wondering out, because he has that's amazing. All the umpires with helmet cams and hat cams. That's sweet. He's thrown out 57%. Until you look at it and you're like, good God, that looks stupid as hell. But who cares? As that is outside and low, 2-2. But yeah, so the two countries basically, or the two areas, will have games, and then eventually there'll be a championship. I'm trying to find. I took some screenshots of everything because I wasn't entirely sure. I don't even know if I have it anymore. But yeah, so there's two sides. But it's called the Premier 12. The MLB hates it, as that's going to be a ground ball through the right side. He will come around and sliding in as the ball is way over the catcher's head. And Lee Ju-young will have an RBI single, move over to second base on the throw. Okay. Yeah, I know it's weird. It's not exactly the right, and that's why they're here. Because they played in the fall league, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, so it's separated into Americas and Asia. Yeah, that's why they were here, is they're playing in the fall league, the first ever KBO fall league. All right, Korea with the RBI single, and they will flip the lineup back up as Hong Chang-ki walked and scored a run in his first at-bats last inning. 0 for 0 on the day, and he looks at strike one at the bottom of the zone. Kevin, where do you live? Because you know a lot about the. It seems you know way more than I do, obviously. About the Premier 12, and especially the Cuban team in as that's just misses outside 1-1. All right, the 1-1 pitch, and that's misses outside 2-1, as he is already at pitch number 53. Okay. All right, the 2-1 pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball right back to the pitcher. Grabs it, tosses over to first, and that will end the seconds, but not before Korea is able to grab another run on a RBI single by the number 9 hitter. We'll go to the top of the third. It is 2-0 Korea. Given for that error up there. I still don't know how Despaigne got on base. So, yeah. Cuba is ranked 8th in the world. South Korea ranked fourth. I thought they were. I thought South Korea was ranked sixth. What's up, Daniel? I'm here. I'm right here, man. So Mexico, U.S., Venezuela, Netherlands, Panama, and Puerto Rico are in Group A, and then Group B would be Japan, South Korea, Chinese Taipei, Cuba, Dominican Republic, and Australia. All right. Yeah, right. We should be back. Again, TVing is kind of kind of laggy, a little laggy. This is not on regular TV. That's why those of you that are used to watching the KBO on Korean TV, you can't. I I guess there's got to be some people out. I'm surprised that there's not. I understand the Mexican League why there's not, but yeah, Juan, you can watch it on TVing right now. They have two Juan, they have two separate ones. They have a TVing and a TVing sports. The TVing one, the number one, is actually like 5 seconds ahead of the other one. All right, the first pitch to Perez. He's gonna line that one to right field and one away here in the top of the third. Yeah, and I mean, if you think about it, say there's not is there's not going to be very many people that would ever honestly do this. Most like again, yeah, it's only in Korea. You can only watch it in Korea. Is the 0 pitch, and that's way upstairs. 1-0. Yeah. There is a guy that does the Kia games a little bit as Mujica lifts that one, and that's gonna drop in front of the left fielder. Will he go for two? Nope. He rounds first and will cruise in with the second, maybe third hit of the day for Cuba. I have no idea. No. So there's three guys. Me, I do every game. Then there's who is just in here, K Sports Talk. He does a few games, and then there's also an actual Kia broadcast that does a bilingual one where they have one guy that does English and one, and right next to him is someone who does Korean, and they're actually at the stadium. That's what I would love to be able to do. Is so it looks like Kim Tae Hyun is in there for Korea, the eventual, I believe, rookie of the year. If I had the right, like I would not be working at all because I would have. There would be so many people in watching any game I did, especially on YouTube, that it would be absolutely ridiculous. Like I would have to hire people to monitor the chat. Yeah, they only take Korean credit cards. It's really difficult. I don't know any way around it honestly. And Juan, even yeah, no, Soup has the international rights. Yeah, it because TVing is only in Korea. So yeah, I mean it. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, there's really no way around it. Yeah, it's only available here in Korea. Even if you were to have a TVing account outside of Korea, it still doesn't work half the time. Is that one is crushed. Going back as the center fielder grabs it, and that sounded like it was destined to put a hole in the roof of the building. But alas, it is just a fly ball to center field. Right, because this is not KBO. This is not KBO. So this is Korea, not KBO. As I'm trying to figure out. Okay, so Moncada back in. He struck out in his first at bat. Looks at ball one there. So TVing has the Korean Baseball Organization. So KBO is MLB, kind of. There is some slight differences, but so is that's in there for a strike. So in Korea, every game is broadcast on TV in the KBO. All 5 games every single day for free if you have cable or if you have regular TV. No. Uh Isa-san, you can't unless you live in Korea, you really cannot watch the game. Yeah, so no, only in Korea. So in Korea, you can watch all KBO games for free. If you want to watch online or in on mobile or whatever, you have to have a TVing account for the KBO. That's only in Korea, as the 1-2 pitch misses outside, makes it 2-2. Then, if you're outside of Korea, you can watch for free on Soup, which is has the international broadcast right. As that is, it just sounds like it's being crushed, but just under it, and that will be 3 away as we head to the bottom of the third. A single, but 2 fly balls after that, 3 fly balls in the inning, and we'll go to the bottom of the third. Yeah, but Moncado is a free agent now, so that's why. He played for the White Sox, but since he's a free agent, he isn't actually on the on it. So, this is kind of difficult to explain. So in Korea, okay, I live in Korea, okay? So in Korea, 5 games every day for the KBO. All 5 of those are on regular TV. So anybody with cable or TV can watch. Anybody with cable can watch. If you want to watch online or on mobile, you have to have a TVing account. TVing owns the internet and mobile rights. Then, if you live outside of Korea, you can watch on Soup, which used to be Africa TV. In 2020, KBO broadcasts on ESPN because the company that had the broadcast rights at that time worked with ESPN. They had the international broadcast rights, worked with ESPN to stream or to show the KBO on ESPN. But that's why it was only 1 year, because they only had the 1-year contract. This past year was the first year for the TVing and Soup combinations. So that's why, but this is Korean baseball, not the KBO. It is a slight difference. So it is on TVing, which means it is not available basically anywhere else. So hopefully that explained everything. Sorry if it did not, but yeah. I wish they would, man. That would make my life and everyone else's life way, way easier, way better. So, all right, Yera is back out there. 54 pitches in the first 2 innings. Kimmy Jeep steps in, looks at strike one. He's 1 for 1 on the day with a single back in the first. As that is outside. 1-1. So KBO does not have their own broadcasting rights. That's what's a little difficult for a lot of people to understand is the KBO does not have their own broadcasting rights. As that's a swing and a miss there. So KBO basically sells their rights to the games. Yeah. Yeah, and even then, so like as that's outside ball three, even then, while TVing has something that that will check your, like, even if you're using like a VPN, it will check your local time in your, like, you have to change everything in order to do it. It is very, very difficult. But yeah, unfortunately, there's not much. I don't know if there's any way. Like, I'm sure there's got to be some sorts of site somewhere that is gonna have it, but I don't know the if there's where it is. And the 3-2 swing and a miss. That's strikeouts number 3. Yeah, I mean, I would, well, obviously doing just on YouTube would be ideal because that reaches way, way more people. But yeah, I mean, if, yeah. Well, thank you, Juan. Thank you. Anything that helps, man. So Kim Do Young, he reached on that air as that one is going to be lifted right fielder under it and 2 away. Uh Well, they may not be able to comment, so they have to be subscribed. You know, Taylor, you have to be subscribed to be able to comment. I could share my screen, but then I would lose my channel, and I would prefer not to do that. As that's going to be a ground ball through the left side, and Pak Dong-won is going to hang out on first base with a 2-out single. I actually can't share this. What most of you guys, nobody's really seen my streaming setup, but I actually have 3 TVs. So this one is over here is like all the stuff that you guys see. All the stuff over here is all the stuff that makes this possible for you guys to see, and then in front of me is an actual TV. No, I have a 2-bedroom apartments. One room is just this streaming room. As Moonbo Young is going to chop that one to first. He grabs it, steps on thy bag, and that will end the 3rd inning. We'll go to the 4th. It's 2-0 Korea. Maybe. There we go. All of them. 100% Korean regular players. the you talking about the Are you talking about the Ulsan team, the Ulsan KBO league that they just finished? Oh yeah, Korea should definitely win. Uh, so Juan, the Team Korea is 24 and under players. They do have occasionally a couple that aren't KBO guys, but for the most parts, they have only KBO guys. Juan, there's a reason for this, and that's because if in Korea every male has to do military duty, but in Korea, if you get an Olympic medal or a gold medal in international competition, you don't have to do your military duty. So, yeah, it's a big deal to be on the team because when you're on the team, that means that you have a chance to get your military exemption, and your military exemption is, I believe it's 18 months now for to be on the military. Now, if you do the military, a lot of these guys, yeah, they would do, uh, they would end up being on the military team. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna share. Yeah. So Yu Young Chan out on the mound, and now 62 games, 63.2 innings, 7-5, one with 26 holds. So it looks like we're gonna go one inning, one pitcher for this little inaugural. Yeah, yeah. Jorge, do they get an exemption by chance? As that one is fouled away. Oh man, I can never pronounce these names. All right, Barbero is up as he looks at strike one at the bottom of the zone, 0-2. Okay, yeah. So yeah, Jorge, the thing, yeah, you can get your little as that's going to be a strike one or strike three. 0 for 2 now. Yeah, sorry, man. I'm not gonna risk my my YouTube channel. No, I don't really. Yeah, I don't ever watch MLB anymore because I'm at work whenever it's on. All right, so that's gonna be a chopper, and that's and 6-3. So apparently, maybe he got on by a walk. I'll say a walk in the first his first at bat because he was 0 for 0 there. No, 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 no. Yeah, so the fall league, the KBO fall league that they just played in Ulsan, was all developmental players. All developmental players. All right, that's going to bring up Banales. Singled in his first at bat, so 1 for 1 on thy day, and looks at strike one in there. And bounces that one in the dirt. It's 1-1. Looks like Pak Dong-won is still back behind the plates, I guess. Again, I don't know if these. It's very difficult for me to keep these lineups up to date. I'm doing the best as I can, so we'll see how well I can keep it up. But the 1-1 pitch, and that's going to be a chopper. Kim Do-young is going to watch it go foul. And looks like we got a new third baseman. That's not Kim Do-young who just made that play. No, no, no. I'm way too old to start a family, man. I'm probably about 10, 15 years older than you really think I am. As the 1-2 pitch up high, ball two. Tail. No, I am older than the KBO. We'll just put it that way. As the 2-2 pitch, a swing and a miss. Another strikeouts. 2 strikeouts for the 4th inning, and we'll go to the bottom of the 4th. It's 2-0 Korea. 2-0 Korea. A 1-2-3. Second 1-2-3 of the day for Korea. Yeah. I'm surprised that they're keeping him out there. That's a lot of pitches. You know, this is just a friendly match. I mean, I assume. I mean, they got what? How many pitchers on the team? Welcome. Congratulations being first. I don't know, man. I bet you can. Hey, Jorge, it's not even on TV. I'm watching it on a paid Korean streaming service is the only way. I am watching on a paid Korean streaming service. That is the only way. Yeah, I'm surprised he's still out there. All right. Bottom of the 4th. We'll see who's up. TVing, but it's only available in Korea. Like, you have to have a Korean ID, a Korean phone number, a Korean card. And we've got our first pitching change here for Cuba. As I will try to figure out who this is. Maybe? Yeah, same here in Korea, usually about 100. All right, Yoon Dong-hee will step in for Korea. Who's at Maurice Yankia? Mm. And that's ball 2, I believe. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out who's actually playing. You didn't even come. Yeah. It's called TVing. TVING is what it's called. Why do they not have a score bug up there? I have no idea what the count is. Yep, definitely. As that is outside 3-2. Jorge, come visit, man. I got a couch. As that is outside ball 4, and Yoon Dong-hee is gonna head on over to first. I tried to get tickets. I was looking. Absolutely for you, man. Anytime. Dun, 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 dun. All right, Son Sung Moon steps in. He walked in his first at bat, stole second base, and then came around to score on the Lee Ju Hyung RBI single. Looks it's ball 1 there. I really am not enjoying this TVing broadcast. They don't have the score bug. How do you not have a score bug on your broadcast? Even the poor dude doing it on YouTube as a score bug. Come on now. There we go. Now we got a score bug. His name is just Why? Just why? All right, here comes the 2-0 pitch. That's going to be chopped. Second baseman it grabs it, throws to first, and one away, but he'll move the runner over. Okay, there we go. Now it's better. Yeah, there we go. All right. Yeah, sorry, it does it every once in a while. There we go. All right. The pitch in the dirt, 2-2. He is struggling with his command today. This is Maurice, but only one I have is Yankiel Mori. Maybe I just wrote something down wrong. But all right, here we go. The 2-2 pitch. Nothing up. Swing and a miss. Goes down and is 2 away now. I'm not sure how I feel about these Cuba uniforms. I'm not sure. I don't know about the red pants. All right, sounds good. I'll see you in a bit. As that's misses way up, and that's 1-0 to Lee Ju-hyung. Lee Ju-hyung, the RBI single in there. Yeah, is it Yankiel? I don't follow basketball at all. As that is upstairs 2-0. Okay, maybe I just wrote it down wrong. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, it is all red with the blue on the sleeves, and then looks like purple piping here, like around. I guess I'm more of a like a traditionalist. All right, the 2-1 pitch to Lee Ju-hyung. And the center fielder 1-for-1 on the day. Swing and a miss up in the top of. Whoa, wrong button. Not a strikeout. It's just a swing and a miss. 2-2 now. 2-2. Bottom of the fourth. 2 outs. Runner on second. Kevin, how is Spanish baseball? Is there any like even like a low level league? as that one is going to be lifted. Left fielder going back, and that will be the end of the fourth. As they leave another one on base, we'll go to the fifth inning. It is 2-0 Korea. Yeah, I have nothing against I have nothing against it. I'm a very why Jorge, why do you think that is? Is it like cuz I know my thought I'm American. So I'm American. So my thought was always, Cubans have the best uh Cubans and Dominican Republic, those two countries like the best baseball players. But now, it definitely is a little bit different. So I have another question, Jorge or Juan, either one of you guys. That's maybe how do Cubans feel about the Cuban MLB guys that kind of escaped the country to go play baseball? Like how do they feel about those guys? Puig and those type of guys. How do they look at them? Oh, wrong button. Wrong button. Wrong button. Okay. the It is not the sixth inning, guys. Just so you guys know, it is the fifth. I'm trying to get it fixed back. I hit the wrong button too many times. All right. So we'll see if we have a. Yeah, you just have is this Im Chang-gyu? That's going to be a ground ball. Throws not in time as he beats it out. The infield single. That is some speed. Young Ha ground ball. Who's over at third? 너무 감사합니다. 감사합니다, Elgo. So Young Ha out on the mound now for Korea. I don't know who is playing on at the bases. Well, and Yon Makata or Juan Makata also is a free agent now, right? So who's on first? Because that is definitely not. They are a little review here. I really wish there was some way that I could see the rosters instead of just guessing. Is that him? Wow, it is him. Armenteros. Ooh, he is out. I think he's out. Mankata is how old? How old? I have it. I have it somewhere. 29 years old. Cienfuegos, Cuba. Born on May 27th, 1995. Ooh, safe. Speed, speed, speed. That's Lazaro. That's the Oakland, well, Sacramento A's now. All right. Baldonquin steps in. That's over his head. Ball one. 2014. So almost over 10 years, 11 years. Man, I would definitely not say America has the fun. I think the fun is infiltrating the MLB from these other countries. As that's going to be a chopper, second baseman is going to grab it, throw to first, and moves him over, but that'll be one away. Yeah. I do think the MLB looks like more is becoming more fun. What little I have actually seen, it does look like it's becoming more fun. Yeah, and the KBO they have no fundamentals. Again, you've been in my broadcast all the time. The Koreans they learn. It looks like they learned to play baseball watching YouTube highlight reels, as that is. And they don't seem like they've ever been taught the basic fundamentals. They like, you know, where to hit the cutoff man, when to throw to third, when to throw, when, the those little things like that. It like they've never really learned them. I remember when I was growing up playing basketball, or not basketball, when I was playing baseball, you learn, okay, this guy's up. I need to go to this. If it's too, if, playing short, okay, if I'm going to right, okay, if the ball's to my right, I need to just go straight to first because the guy at first has good speed. I'm not going to be able to get him at second. Things like that going in my head before games. And this is when I'm playing Little League. It's like there's no situational awareness. Is a swing and a miss from Perez there in the dirt. No, Perez flew out to right field in his first at bats. They got to work on that color grading for that the camera behind home plate or the umpire. Yeah, and then the ball ends up going in the dugout, and now the guy scores, and the guy that should have been on first is now on second. All right, the 1-2 swing and a miss, and that'll being 2 outs. Yeah, and it really seems like KBO pitchers have really been they're only focused on the radar gun. Uh, you got guys that come in and they throw 8 balls out of the bullpen and then they're out of the game. But hey, I threw 150. Yeah, who cares? You threw 8 balls, as that's in there for a strike at the top of the zone. Mujica singled in his first at bats. 1-for-1 on the day. Mujica. Here we are. From Matanzas, Cuba. Juan Jorge. When I was researching, there's a lot of guys out of this same city. What is the deal with that city? Is it Matanzas, Cuba? Like Mujica, Drake, who else? Walters, Martinez. Yeah, what's the deal with that city? As that is going to be chopped foul. Stays 0-2. Yeah, I only saw one guy from Havana. Is it the guy sitting on second base right now? Lazaro is from Havana, right? He's in the A's AAA, playing for the A's AAA. So I guess maybe then that's the equivalent of Seoul. As that's in the dirts 1-2 as he heads on over to third base with a stolen base. Yeah, I saw Las Tunas. Yeah, Las Tunas also has two. Cienfuegos also. Juan Mercado and Barbero. Las Tunas is Baldonquin. As that's going to be a swing and a miss, and that'll end it. Leaves the runner over at third. We'll go to the bottom of the fifth. It's still 2-0 Korea. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, this is like my notes for the hitters. I try to be as prepared as possible. Uh, since I don't have a lot of easy access to them. Yeah. For Korea or for Cubans, one, two, three, four, six strikeouts on the day for the Cubans. I I know 100% absolutely nothing about rugby. I literally I know absolutely nothing about rugby. I so I would just be like, that guy's running with the ball. Yeah, 3 hits. For Cuba, uh, Benales has a single. Mujica has a single, and I can never pronounce his name. It's so long. Barbaro, has a single. Yeah, and then Korea has gotten struck out 4 times. 3 times by Yera, and then once by the current pitcher Maurice. And we'll have another pitching change here for Cuba. I'll see what I can get on the back of his name. I'm trying to like peek around my TV like I can see anything. Herrera. And the Korean cheerleaders are on TV. All right, Hong Chang-gi steps in for his third at bat. Wow. As he looks at strike one, 0-1. No, I don't ever watch Korean or Japanese TV or Japanese games because uh I I have season tickets to here in the KBO, and then I stream if I don't go. So I don't really ever have time to watch any other league as that's filed awaits. Yeah, I know you guys have. There's a handful of players that are still in Japan right now. I wrote them down as that is in the dirts 2-2. Yeah, Ivan Moinello, right? I'm from the U.S. as that is going to be into right field, and Hong Chang-gi will be on base for the second time today. A walk and a single, and they are given the signs to steal some bases. I'm from Missouri. Cuba, uh, Daniel, Cuba has Brink. Welcome, buddy. Yeah, KBO has all of their young KBO all stars, or Korea does. Cuba is missing some of their big players. Okay. All right. As he looks at, is that Kimmy Jeep still? Looks at strike one, whoever it is. Oh man, this is driving me nuts that they don't put a score bug on the screen. And that's going to be a 5, a 4, a 3, a double play. And down goes Korea's base runners. Is that double play will clear the bases. And I believe Kim Do-young will come up to bat if he is still playing. As Juan Makata starts that. Yeah, that was Kimmy Jeep still. All right, we'll see. Nope, we have a. Looks like. I believe that is Park Sung Hwan, the shortstop for. Yeah. Park Sung Han. Sorry, Park Sung Han is now the shortstop for SSG as he looks at strike one on the outside. I didn't think Kim Do-young was playing that long. I definitely didn't look like him over there. No, Park Sung Han, and that's in the dirts. 1-1. .301 on the season. Again, he's normally a shortstop for SSG, one of the best shortstops in the league, at least defensively. Offensively, pretty good himself. Anybody hitting over 300 anymore is doing fine. All right, let's see if we get this going. And there's going to be a little bloop over the second baseman, and that will be another single for Team Korea. A little bloop single over the, again, second fielder running back. But already 2 down, and that's going to bring up a Park Dong-won. Park Dong-won, the catcher, singled in his last at-bat, struck out in his first, and that is not Park Dong-won, as we are going to be emptying some benches here, and that's Kim Hyung-jun. Did not have a good season this year for NC. Really fell off. If it wasn't for his games against Hanwha, he would have been absolutely awful. As that's outside 1-1. All right, so everybody else is still in there. So Kimmy Jeep is playing third now, and Park Sung Han is over at short. Get that changed as that's just misses. There's no K zone anywhere, so I'm not ever really sure where it goes because there's no signal from anybody. I just kind of have to guess. Oh, wrong button. No. All right. Ooh, swing and a miss at a pitch way out there, and then the throw. I look like it got him at seconds, but the umpire signals that he is safe. That was not a good swing, and we'll see if we get a. That is a ridiculous, amazing angle. All right, so the 2-2 pitch. He's going to go upstairs. Maybe. And he went around on that. as that'll be another strike, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's going to be a what's going on. We'll see. All right, so in the KBO, there's a fifth inning stretch. I don't know if it's going to be a fifth inning stretch or not, so I'm going to refill my beverage. I'll be right back. So yeah, looks like we are going to have a fifth inning stretch. There is a fifth inning stretch, not a seventh inning stretch in Korea. So take a couple minutes, go to the bathroom, whatever you need to do, refill your beverages. I will be right back. Oh, that's not good.
Fried chicken, fried chicken, fried chicken. Gimme fried chicken. Baby, it's all that I want to take me through the day. Gimme fried chicken. I want it bona fide, southern fried. Tennessee, guaranteed, it's okay with me. I want it hot, deep fried, I'm on the Memphis side. Hot wings, hot thighs, all southern fried. It all sounds heavenly, this old-time recipe. It's fried chicken, it's finger licking, the time is ticking. So cook some southern food for me, a bucket just for me. This won't feed a family, it's all I want, all I need, just make hastily. Gimme fried chicken. Baby, it's all that I want to take me through the day. Gimme fried chicken. I want it bona fide, southern fried. Tennessee, guaranteed, it's okay with me. I want it hot, deep fried, I'm on the Memphis side. Hot wings, hot thighs, all southern fried. It all sounds heavenly, this old-time recipe. It's fried chicken, it's finger licking, the time is ticking. So cook some southern food for me, a bucket just for me. This won't feed a family, it's all I want, all I need, just make hastily. Fried chicken, fried chicken, fried chicken. Gimme fried chicken. Baby, it's all that I want to take me through the day. Gimme fried chicken. I want it bona fide, southern fried. Gimme fried chicken. Baby, it's all that I want to take me through the day. Gimme fried chicken. I want it bona fide, southern fried. Fried chicken. Fried chicken. Fried chicken.
the gum is like that huge. The Korean fans do not seem to be a fan of the Latin dance. The boys seem to like it. The girls, yeah. But we're back. We're gonna have some more baseball. Believe it or not, we've got more baseball to play. Yeah, I don't know the KBO doesn't have rights. I think the KBO doesn't have rights to broadcast their own games. All right. Apparently, we're still in a delay. I guess the longest delay ever. Yeah, kilometers per hour. Yeah, in Korea we do kilometers. What do you guys? What does Cuban baseball do? Kilometers or miles per hour? Why is this taking so long? Ah, why are we still? What is this? Is the longest delay ever? So long. Sorry, guys. We're still in a delay. Apparently. All right. Maybe the performance is over. That was seriously like a 10 minutes. It's like a halftime show. Huh. That's strange. Welcome, Vegas. All right. So we're still not. We're still just gonna show up a bunch of stuff. They're still showing just like random stuff. Normally they would have the KBO during their breaks. They would have, I want to say, 3 minutes. I think is how long the breaks are. But apparently we're gonna do like a 15-minute break here because this is taking way too long. We'll see. All right, so we'll see who's actually out on the mound now. The one Hanwha player, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody get ready for some strikeouts or some walks. Kim Saw Hyun out on the mound, 37 games, 38.1 innings, 1 win, 2 losses, 10 holds, 3.76 ERA. He is one of the top 3 or 4 pitchers in terms of average speed. Do they like like around the outfield. All right, Kim So Hyun again. Yeah, they they did that a couple times here in Korea. Uh, so I follow the Hanwha Eagles. Who I live in the same city. I live a few blocks from the stadium. I have season tickets to them. Uh, and they've done that here. And it's for like a 500,000 won or about a $400 gift certificate, and somebody beat him, and they never did it again. As that is going to be fouled away. No, Kim So Hyun out on the mound, up to bats. Gilbert still. Yep. Yeah. 0 for 2 on the day. Struck out on his first at bats, and then flew out to center field in his second at bats. And that's going to be a chopper to the first baseman, but it's foul. And 0 and 2. There we go, showing their old radar gun. All right, the 0-2 pitch to Gilbert, and that's outside. Ball 1, 1 and 2. MPB, do they have a fifth inning stretch after the end of the fifth, like Korea, or do they have a seventh inning stretch in between the top and the bottom half of the seventh, like MLB? Is that's going to be a ground ball? Second baseman on the grass throws, and 1 away. Yeah, there's in Korea it's only a dome. There is no removable dome at all. It's just dome, and it's only 17,000 people. It's really small. As the pitch to Mankata is misses 1 and 0. A 0 for 2 on the day. Struck out in his first at bat, then flew out to left in his second at bat. And that misses inside at 2 and 0. Kim So Hyun is going to have to realize against some of these guys. So he's able to blow the ball past a lot of these guys in the KBO, but he's not going to be able to do it against a former MLBer. As the 2-0 pitch, and that's misses, and that's 3-0. This is exactly how I would approach Kim So Hyun. Kim So Hyun is very, very wild. He throws very, very hard. But he is very wild, so I would just sit there and wait for him to throw me a strike. As that finally gets in there for a strike. I would wait there and wait for him to throw me a strike. Once he threw me a strike, then I would get ready to swing. But I would never approach him going up there swinging before he's thrown me at least one strike. As that is fouled into his foot on the slider there. Yeah, I mean, it depends. I mean, he obviously has the talent and the tools to do something, but as that's going to be a ground ball, second baseman grabs it, throws 2 away. I think some of these, obviously against some teams, some countries, he's going to be able to do fairly well. But overall, yeah, he's been in the booth for a little bit, Kenny. All right. Oh, man, I can never pronounce his name. It's so long. Barina? Arue Baruena. Man. It literally takes the entire screen in the Korean form. As that's a swing and a miss at a pitch in the dirt in the other batter's box, and it's 0-2. I studied Spanish. I studied Spanish for a year and a half in college. I was gonna move to Spain and teach English. Instead, I came to Korea. As that's going to be a ground ball. Third baseman grabs it, the throw way up high, and he gets him on the tag. What a play by Moonbo Young, as that throw was way up high and up the line. He grabs it, is able to stick the glove down to get the tag, and we will go to the bottom of the sixth. Oh man, and I would hate the flight or the. I know at least because I'm from the Midwest too. It was basically flying from the U.S. to Korea is about 29 hours for me to travel. Because Mankata obviously is in Chicago, so he would be able to just fly straight. But for me, I have a 2 hour drive to the airport, and then have to take that airport, fly to another airport, and then from there fly to Korea, and then it's just awful. Yeah, and then you have a 14-hour time difference plus a 12-hour flight, and that's the final flight here. And yeah, it's awful. It's a day and a half of travel just to get here. Not enjoyable at all. All right, we'll see what we have for Team Korea. Moon Bo-kyung will supposed to be leading off. We'll see if he is still out there. All right, we'll see who's pitching too. You guys said Cuba was saying they're gonna throw 5 pitchers. They're on pitcher number 3 right now with Herrera. Kim So Hyun probably done for Korea. We'll see if nope. We'll have a new pitcher for Cuba. And Taylor out on the mound. Is that right, Taylor? Who do we got? Why does that? Taylor. Who the heck is that? Mikkel Taylor. A replacements player. Not on the main roster. Moonbo Young is still in there. 0 for 2 on the day. First pitch in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. Korea's had base runners. I mean, they've had a base runner in every single inning. They just haven't done anything else, as that is outside. Korea, one of the big things for Korea is they don't do well with speed, and 2, they have no real home run threats, honestly, on this team. The only guy that really is a home run threat would be Kim Do-young. Pak Dong-won also, but Pak Dong-won is also pretty big swing and a miss guy. So they don't have a lot of power on this team. But that's going to be a single back up the middle. And once again, another base runner. Korea, again, they've had a base runner in every single inning so far. So a walk and a single in the first.
너무 감사합니다.
Thank you, Football Master. As Moonbo Young, I believe, is done for the day, as he will get himself a pinch runner. Shinmin Jae will pinch run here. Let's see. Oh, wrong. All right, Yoon Dong Hee steps in, 0 for 1 on the day. Did walk in his last at bats, but nothing came of it. As Shinmin Jae takes over at first base for Moonbo Young, and first pitch is a strike from Taylor, and second pitch is a strike. As you say, yeah, Dario Sardue. Yeah, I got him down. I just don't have any stats yet, as that's going to be fouled into his foot. Keeps it 0-2. Yeah, so these are the pitchers I have. I have Yon Lopez, Ramon Figueroa, Raydel Martinez, Andy Vargas, Frank Luis Medina, Yankia Maurice, Yanni Yera, who pitched, both of those guys pitched today. Ivan Monello, Ronald Bolaños, Daria Sardue, Frank Abel Alvarez, as that's fouled away. Leondin Reyes, Guillermo Guiertes, and Yusner Padron. Okay. Maybe that's where maybe that's where Herrera or Taylor come in, who have both pitched today, as that's in the dirt, 1 and 2. Yeah, the names that I got, were all from a couple weeks ago, and then position players for the backups, I have Veneas, Sanchez, Mateo, Avile, and Noronha. As that is fouled away. Ronald Bolaños, you said no. And then also Juan Lopez is a no. So that might be where, because the 3 pitchers that I had Pavel Hernandez, Frank Herrera, who pitched already, and Mikael Taylor, who's pitching right now, as that's going to be a slow chopper, but just rolls foul, stays 1 and 2. Yeah. So maybe those 2 guys will take over. And then Hernandez is still a possibility. And then, yeah, for catchers, I have Andres Perez and Andy Cosme. But I'll get the final stuff for them. And then I'll do any game that I can, any game that I am able to stream, I will stream. Yeah, as the 1-2 catches the bottom corner, strikeouts. Just watching it. Yeah, they only have 3 guys on the as 3 extra pitchers, and 2 of them have shown up already in today's game. All right, Song Moon, he walked, stole a base in his first at bats, and then a 4-3 ground out in his last at bats. 1-0 on the count. I think he is the captain of the Korean team, as that is in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, 1-1. KT Wiz, Korea. There's a Hanwha uniform. Hanwha back behind there. Kium, LG, as that's misses outside. I do love the the Cuban catchers, they're so used to framing everything, but in Korea they have the ABS system. They have the robot umpires, so there's no need to frame. As that's going to be a ground ball. Shortstop steps on the bag, throws to first, and the 6-3 double play will end the inning, and the threats will go to the 7th inning. 2-0 Korea. This is a low-scoring game. Yeah, so I have. Who'd you say? Venez? Rafael Venez. I believe it's in this game. I don't know for sure, but it definitely looks like it because there's no pitches that I've seen that have been like, whoa, that was questionable. And I don't and Korean umpires are so bad at calling strikes and balls, but I wish people could watch and see robot umpires live and see it's happening and realize that they would never have a clue if they watched it and didn't know. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I don't have the backup stuff because I have so Gilbert is center fielder, left fielder, right fielder, Moncada third and seconds, and then Baruena is shortstop and third. Espana only DHs. Uh Armenteros left field, center field, right field. Galdoquin shortstop third, seconds. Perez catcher. Mujica shortstop second, third. Drake right field, first base, left field. Santos center field, left field, right field. Walter second, third, and shorts, and then Rodriguez second, or sorry, short, third, and left. Okay, yeah, and then Martinez catcher first and outfielder. But he only played first this year, and that was for Nippon. All right, out on thy mound. So Kim Shi-hoon out on the mound, 39 games, 107 innings, 3 wins, 4 losses, 5 holds. And Despagne. 0 for 1 on the day. Oh, he was hit by a pitch in his first at bats. That was the at bat that I could not figure out what happened. And that's in there for strike, 1-1. 6-3 ground out in his last at bat, back in the 4th inning, 0 for 1 on the day. And that's inside 2-1. I heard there was a lot of questions about him being on the team. I was reading that there was a lot of people not real happy that he was on the team because he didn't even play at all this year, apparently. Right? If I was reading correctly. Yeah. Yeah, from 2014 to 2023, he played in Japan as he rips that one foul. But he didn't play. He didn't play at all this year. His last stats I had were from 2023, when he played for in Japan. As that is going to be a liner to the second baseman and 1 away. 9 innings. Yeah, and then he has not played defense since 2020. Yeah, I was like, wait, what? Yeah, he is. He has not recorded a defense. He has not recorded any defensive play since 2020. All right. Benares steps in. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Looks at strike one, and that's a ball one, 1-1. 142 on the gun for those of you wanting to know what's happening. And the check swing foul. Yeah, in 2000. So in 2000, oh, where'd he go? 2023, he only hit 239 with 8 home runs and 30 RBIs. Did have 74 walks though, so his his on base percentage was a 453. So I mean, he's a walking machine. But that is popped up foul out of play, 1-2. I think I figured out why I don't like these uniforms for Cuba. The pants and the pants and the top don't match. Yeah, the two reds don't match, as that one is lifted center fielder back under it and 2 away. But yeah, I mean it. Yeah, it's there's a combination of things. It's a lot of red. Reminds me of like a college team, but it does not look like the pants and the shirts the Reds match. And also the pinstripes, the stripes don't match up. You have the piping down the side of the leg, but then you don't have piping up the side of the uniform. You have the stripes down the front, but they don't match into, they don't run into the pants. It just seems very everywhere. I guess this is the only way to say it. All right, my customary tongue twister is up. No, this is what is it? Armenteros, Lazaro Armenteros, 1 for 2. Looks at ball 3, and that's going to be 3-1. As that one is in the dirt. Already has a single in his last at bat, a stolen base. It does have the little M. It has an M here, as that is a ball 4, and he will take his base with 2 outs, as he is on base for the second time today. Bat. For a couple reasons from what I've one, it helps with airing, and that's a swing and a miss there by Baldokin. It's one for air, and 2, that is, it's supposed to help with movement, is from what I understand. I love it. This is the only uniform that I have that has it, and I absolutely love it. As that is going to be a lifted foul, catcher under it in the on deck, and that will be 3 away. As the foul pop up to the catcher, and we will go to the bottom of the 7th. It's still 2-0. Korea. Yeah, so like all these are uniforms. But yeah, so this one doesn't have it. And if you look, they're the same. But this one doesn't have it. But this one does have it. And I don't know. It's just crazily. This is the the one I'm wearing right now is the only one that has it. All right. Oh, we'll have the bottom of the seventh. I think we've got a new pitcher out on the mound for Cuba. As it looks like a left-hander. All right, Gutierrez out on the mound. So, Gutierrez out on the mound for Team Cuba. Big left-hander, side armor. Coming from way over on the side. 1-1 now. 12. 12 for regular season, 15 for the postseason. That's Na Sung Yup still out there. 0 for 2 on the day. Strikeouts as he fouls that one out of play. Strikeout in his last at bats. Flew out to or lined out to left field in his first. Yeah, no problem. I was so confused. I was so confused when I found out there was tying in baseball. I was just like, wait, what? Tie games? All right, here comes the 1-2 pitch, and that's just catches it at the bottom, and that's will be his first strikeout of the day. As Na Sung Yup watches Gutierrez, maybe a slider. I wish I knew what these guys threw. It'd be way easier. That's crazy. Is I'm they're interviewing a player right now, so I have like this big of a screen to watch the actual game, and I'm trying to pick up what's going on. Gutierrez is wild. That delivery is wild. As that's in there for a strike. He looks ridiculous. He reminds me of Fernando Rodney. He's just way out there. All right, to the 1-1 pitch. Ooh, slow curve in there, and that's misses 2-1. Gutierrez. I love the Korean typing, the Korean of all of these the Cuban names, because Korean writes everything in syllables for how it's pronounced, so it's pretty easy to say, but it's also kind of confusing because I'm so used to just reading Korean, but I still have my Spanish knowledge, and I'm trying to like translate it from Korean to English and then change the pronunciation or the accent marks. As that's going to be a swing and a miss as he steps into the buckets, but misses, and it's a 3-2 now. All right, the 3-2 pitch to Gutierrez. The fans in attendance do not look in like they're enjoying themselves as that bounces in the dirt, and he will be on base for the second time today as that walk will earn him a pass to first base. Again, he singled in his first at-bats, RBI single, flew out in his second at-bat, and now walking to put him on base. We'll see if they go in motion. Hong Chang-gi should be coming up if he's still playing. I'm not entirely sure if he is or not. Yep. Hong Chang-gi is still going to step in, and that means that definitely could put him in motion because Hong Chang-gi is, again, not a guy that strikes out very much. A very good eye. Led the league in on-base percentage and walks. All right, here comes the 1-0 pitch to Hong Chang-gi. Sets up on the outside, but throws over to first. And he is easily back. All right, here comes the 1-0 pitch, and in there at a strike at the top of the zone. Kim Do-young. Kim Do-young is the only one that I know of. There is one more, but I can't remember who it is, as that is. Yeah, I know Kim Do-young is the starting third baseman. I think maybe there might be a pitcher. And checks over at first again. He easily steps back in. One thing I do notice about the Cuba team is they have 0 guys wearing tapered baseball pants. That is purely a Korean thing. And that's going to be a swing and a miss as he misses that 135 slider. It's 2-2 now. Yeah, they haven't finalized the roster just yet, Kenny. They have another week or so. Because I think Korea starts on the 14th, I want to say. So they have a little bit still. That's a swing and a miss, and that's another strikeout for him, his second of the inning, and 2 away now. Korea just not really getting it done offensively. They've had plenty of opportunities to get guys where they've had guys on base, but there's really not done much. Badoquin is no longer at first, by the way. Avias is at first. So apparently we're going to have a little mound visit here. The first time we've had a mound visit today. And that'll be it for him. So we've got a couple changes for Cuba. It looks like again, it looks like Avila's is over at first. I don't know. Obviously, I don't know who any of these players are until I see their names on the back. Uh, the pitching coach is giving is sitting there talking to Gutierrez, and the I don't know who's coming in to pitch for Cuba, but he has got a massive, massive gold chain on. He has got a massive, massive gold chain. Yeah, it looked like Gutierrez is just getting a little bit of time. A couple pitches here and there, nothing much. I'll update that whenever I get a chance. So we'll be back in just a second as we've got ourselves a little pitching change here. And if I if they ever tell me anything, again, I'm just trying to update as I go. There's no like there's nothing that shows anything as far as I know. I'm gonna have to find something for if I'm going to stream the rest of it. Pedro Luis Lazo. Do I have? I don't even have him. I don't have him anywhere. Oh, okay. I was like, oh, okay. Big belly. Reyes is out on the mound. Leondan Reyes. Yep. Right, who is stepping in for Korea? It should be Kimmy Jeep. Yep. So Kimmy Jeep playing third now as the throw over to first. Again, Aviles is over at first. But Aviles is supposed to be a backup. As that is ripped foul and it's 0-1. 146 on the gun from him. He's a big, tall dude. He's got two big gold chains on, gold earrings. All right, Kimmy Jeep, 1 for 3. And throw over to first, not in time. Strike one. They threw the pitch 3 minutes ago, dude. As he takes his lead off over at first again, and a check over again as he's in there. Yeah, sure. As that's going to be a ground ball. Shortstop going to his right, not able to get to seconds. And that's going to be an infield hit as that was deep in the corner, or deep right on the grass. He made the play to stop it, but the throw over to seconds not in time, as with 2 outs he was going on contact, and not much he can do there. Way deep in the hole. Throws back across his body, but nothing he could do there. Ah. So Who did you said Drake and Royal Sanchos? All right. Park Sung Han steps in. He singled in his only bat so far today as he came in and took over at shorts when Kim Do Young moved over or out of the lineup, and it's 2-0 now. All right, the 2-0 pitch. That's in there for a strike. 146 on thy gun. Big number 82. Do not see numbers in the 80s. I don't remember the last time a non-manager had a number in the 80s. As that misses inside, 3-1. And that's going to be a shot to third baseman. I'm not sure who is playing third. Rodriguez playing third is able to scoop it, steps on the bag, and we'll go to the eighth. It's still 2-0 Korea, as they have had plenty of guys on base, but they just cannot get anybody in. There's 7 hits now, but they've left so many on base. So Rodriguez is over there at third. And lots of changes. Looks like maybe Christian Rodriguez over there at third. If you guys could tell me, kind of fluffy hair. And then, yeah, it looked like Avias over at first. Guillermo Avias. Okay. I don't know where they're in. Yeah, I saw that he was. Where did my numbers go? Yeah. Playing for Chunichi, right? Hit 240 on the season, 9 doubles, 17 RBIs, 3 stolen bases, 11 errors over at short though. Yeah, he not good. He only played shorts this year. Only 22 years old though. I think he's probably the youngest guy on your guys' team, on in Cuba's team. I like from what I was finding. So I don't know if he took over in Moncada's spot in the lineup, but out on the mound, Kim Shi-hoon is done. That'll be Jo Byung-hyun out on the mound now. 너무 감사합니다. 감사합니다, 정준호. All right, Perez steps up. 너무 감사합니다. Giannis, thank you. 144 on the gun. Perez 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout and a fly out to right. And the 0-1, a big swing and a miss there. 0-2 now. So it should be Perez, Mujica, and then flip up to the top of the lineup with Gilbert, as that is fouled away as he stays alive. Is it common for the Cuban players to all wear different colored belts? as it's the 0-2 pitch, and that's going to be a ground ball. Shortstop Pak Sung Han grabs it, the throw in time, and one away. Yeah, I saw that again. He threw out 57% of the base runners on the season. All right. Looks like we've got a different hitter here. Not Mujica. No, they literally give me absolutely nothing. As that's a swing and a miss, 1-1 now. Is that? Ah, thank you. As that is popped up, left fielder under it, and 2 away. All right, we'll see who's up now. Gilbert. Yeah, I saw that Walters. Who's Gilbert is still up. Walters for the Diamondbacks. Two-way player, though. I saw that he also pitches. As the 1-0, and that's going to be lined right at the shortstop. Drops it, throws in time. And 3 away. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. As another 1-2-3 inning, and Korea is 3 outs away from their first victory in this 2-game friendly series. Cuba has not had a hit since the first batter in the 5th inning where he beat out the infield singer. Yeah, so I was looking in it. So I looked up second, third, and shorts. Plays for the Diamondbacks, 23 years old. Currently at Double-A. But in 2021, he played second, third, center field, left fielder, and pitched. And I believe he pitched a little last year too. So maybe attempting to get him into a two-way player. Solid defensively. 2 errors in 47 games at second. No errors in 20 games at third, and then 1 error in 12 games at shorts. So yeah, I mean, really seems to be able to play just about anywhere. All right, we should be headed back. We'll see. All right, let's see here. This is literally having an interview, and the girl behind her's just like, "You've been middle of the game reporting." I wish my Korean was good enough to be able to translate what the interview is being done, but unfortunately, it is not. Well done. I am gonna have a drink of water in celebration of your. And you're still hanging out in the vertical. All right. Alvarez out on the mound. No, we'll get this changed. So Alvarez out on the mound. This is a slow delivery. 148 on the gun on the inside. 148 is about 95, 96. 160 is 100. As the 1-1 counts here. Kim Hyun-jun 0 for 1 on the day. He struck out in his one at-bat. And that's going to be a liner to left. Catches it, grabs it, throws, and one away. Yeah, around 95. Yeah. 93. I always just, the way I just quickly, 160 is, so 160 is 100, and then I just kind of say 5 kilometers is, or 10 kilometers is 5 miles per hour is kind of the closest, because it's 1.6, yeah. As that is low, 150 on the gun, 1-0. He has a very, very, very slow delivery, though. He's just like, I think I spelled his name wrong, too. As that's fouled away, 1-1. So Shin-Min Jae playing first now, 297 on the season. All right, the 1-1 pitch to Shin-Min Jae. And way up high, 2-1. This is a little strange. Both sides, both sides are Team Korea. Normally, you would have the home side is Team Korea, and then the away side is also Team Cuba. But it seems like they have both sides have the cheer section. As that is a pitch right on the outside corner, 2-2. Korean lineups over there on the rights. It's so Cuba and Korea are playing 2 games, 1 game today and then 1 game tomorrow. Cuba was in Korea for the KBO Fall League, the development league, kind of preparing for the Premier 12, which starts next week. Yeah. So, but it's Korea is kind of showcasing it. Korea and Cuba are like, okay, they signed or they mended relationships between the two countries, so they're kind of using this as a display of renewed relationship between the two countries. As the 2-2 pitch, that's outside, 3-2. Well, anybody that is well, I think it has to do with, the going back to the Cold War, communism whole thing, North Korea, South Korea, friends of the US, friends of Russia thing. As the 3-2 pitch, that's going to be ripped foul. stays 3-2. Yeah. But did All right, here comes the three, and time is called. Kevin, maybe you can answer this better than I can. Did they sign anything between the two countries, or did they just kind of have like a meeting and said, "Okay, we're cool now," or did they actually like go and sign something? I mean, they weren't like at war or anything, so obviously there wasn't anything there. But anyway, yeah, as that's going to be a chopper. Second baseman scoops it, throws, and in time, 2 away. Yeah. Okay. The pitcher is bigger than that pitching coach that you guys were saying was super big. And are we done? Nope. Alvarez will stay out there. Oh, wow. All right. Chaewon Jun will step in for Yoon Dong Hee and looks at strike one on the outside. All right. So Chaewon Jun 0-1 pitch coming up. And that's low, ball one, 1-1. 136 on that gun. All right, here comes the 1-1 pitch, and he calls time and steps back out of the box. I'm surprised that there's no place, at least illegally, streaming this game, even if it's in like super low quality. I'm really surprised, honestly. All right, here comes the 1-1 pitch to Chaewon Jun. 292 on the season. Swing and a miss as it drops out of the bottom. There is? Okay. Yeah, usually the gambling sites usually have some sort of game broadcast for anything. Sorry, Juan. All right, the 1-2 pitch, way up high, 2-2. No, it's okay, Gavin. No, it's fine. You can tell people. Just you can't. I don't think you can type in the address, but you can like type it in and then write dot and then com or whatever. It's perfectly fine, Kevin. Uh, I would like people to watch the game and then listen to my broadcast. Is what usually happens in the regular season, and that 2-2 pitch is lined up over the jumping second baseman into center field. He's gonna head for second, and he is in there with a 2-out double. And once again, Korea has some base runners as they continue to just somehow have a base runner in every single inning. Somehow I missed a bunch of stuff. Oops, that's why. There you go. All right, Son Sung-moon 0 for 2 on the day. He walked in his first at bat, hit into a 6-3 double play in his last at bat. All right, the 1-0 and outside 2-0. It's also a lot easier to stream the KBO because I have all my stats in front of me. And that's outside 3-0. Good luck. And I'm sitting here. I'm complaining about my 750 up and down, my 1 gig internet that I pay about $3.50 a month for. As the 3-0 pitch to Son Sung-moon sets up on the outside. I don't know why outside, but that is going to be lined right to the center fielder, and 3 away. As we'll go to the top of the 9th. It's 2-0 Korea as Cuba is down to their final 3 outs. Need to adjust my stats for some reason that I don't know. Would love to see Cuba come back. Make the game interesting at least. I think tomorrow's game will be a little bit better. He had a couple. There's a couple hard hit balls against him there. Try to get some stuff erased and reset. Cuba just hasn't gotten anything going. 8 hits, 2 runs. Yeah, so 8 hits and also what do you got? One air, 1, 2, 3, 4 walks, but 2 double plays. Yeah, and Korea's been doing one hitter, one inning, one pitcher, the whole time. We'll see who they bring in here to close out the game. Kim Tae-kyun would normally be the closer. At least he's the closer in the regular season for Doosan. He's not closing obviously today, so out on the mound now. Oh, 3 more outs as Park Young-hyun, the KT closer. Oh, wrong button. Sorry, guys. Nope, not a recap. And that's in there for a strike to gets you. So Gutierrez out on in the batter's box now. Or sorry, Rodriguez. right. Rodriguez 1-2 counts now. What's up? So for it depends. Like he throws pretty hard. 149 right there. So I mean he's throwing 95. The hardest throwing guy is already faced him. Kim Saw Hyun. He's already faced him, but Kim Tae Hyun, who pitched earlier, he throws 150. Park Young Hyun also throws 150. All those guys are closers, as that's going to be a swing and a miss there. And 2 outs remaining for Cuba. He did all right. Nothing big. Yeah, so most of the bullpen guys for KBO are actual closers for teams. So the middle relievers are really, really bad. Like, I mean, really, 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 really bad. All right, Mateo looks like he is in there now. Swing and a miss there. 1-1, 148 on the gun. So out of your air ball is done, and looks like Mateo is now up to bat. As that is in there for a strike on the outside corner, 1-2. I'm guessing that's how you spell his name. Nope, no, 1E or 1T. All right, the 1-2 pitch in the dirt, 2-2. 360 on the season for Mateo. Is he playing in Japan? And the 2-2 pitch just misses. And that runs the count full, 3-2. Okay. All right, Mateo, the swing and a miss there. And down to their last out is Cuba, as he is not able to catch up to that. 149. Yeah, I guess Mateo is also a backup. So I don't have the reserve guys, any information on them. As yeah, I mean he's pretty good. He's considered the best reliever in the league, according to like some like not WAR but some ranking system. He's always in the very top, so he should be closing for this team. As that definitely went around there, as that's 1-1 now. Yeah, I think he had like 26 saves on the season for KT, and pitched really well actually in the playoffs. 25 saves, as that's in there for a strike. 147 on the gun. So 66 games, 3.52 ERA, fourth in the league in saves, 10-2, 10-2. With 87 strikeouts in 76 and 2/3 innings, and that is lifted as center fielder over under it, and that will end the game as he tosses the ball into the outfield, and Korea will take the 2-0 lead, or 2-0 victory. There was not a lot of excitement, honestly, in this game. It just seemed like it kind of just loaded along super quick, under 3 hours. So Park Sang-won? No way. Definitely not. I think he might be too old, honestly. Remember, Kiwi, these are 24 and under. All these guys are 24 and under. But Korea gets the win. Lots of hits, 8 hits. Cuba only 3 hits. So I'll try to kind of go over this a little bit. So Hong Chang-gi led things off with a walk, went over to third on the single, and then was able to come home on the air by Mujica over at second. Wasn't able to catch the pop-up. That ended up allowing the go-ahead run, the eventual winning run. Yeah, thank you guys for stopping in. Just so you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow is 2 o'clock Korean time. So especially Kevin, when you're in Spain, it'll be much easier for you guys. I'll set it up later on tonight, so you'll be able to have a countdown or whatever. So right now, okay, so you'll be, I think 1 a.m. So I'll explain this real quick if you guys. So today's game started at 6:30 Korean time. So tomorrow's game will start 4.5 hours earlier than today's game.
너무 감사합니다.
So thank you, whoever that was. I can't read it because it's with the background. But yeah, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be here. So today's game, again, Hong Chang-gi led off, walked, and then went to third on the single from Kim Hee-jeep. Then Kim Do-young pops up to Mujica, but he's not able to make the play, and that allows Hong Chang-gi to score the go-ahead win or go-ahead run. Yeah, early. If you're in, yeah, I mean, if you're in Spain though, that should be a good time. I thought. That should be your evening, right? But then later on, 2 stolen bases. Kim Do-young with a stolen base, and Song Sung-moon with a stolen base. Korea did hit into 2 double plays. Lots of hits, but they couldn't string anything together. They only had 1 extra base hit, and that was Chae Won-jun later in the 8th inning with the 2-out double. So lots of hits, lots of walks, but not a lot of hits and walks together. Oh, okay. So 6 o'clock in the morning. That's not too bad. 6 o'clock. That's a regular old day, right? But Cuba, only 3 hits. So Banales with a single after a hit by pitch for Despegne. Move runners over to first and second with nobody out, but a pop-up and then a 5-3 double play. There was only 1 extra base hit in the entire game, and that was the Chae Won-jun 2 outs, bottom of the 8th double for Korea. Sorry about that. Despagne was hit by a pitch. Banales had a single, and then I can never pronounce the name, Armenteras with a single, stolen base, and a walk, and then Mujica with a single. But yeah, not a lot as far as base runners. Lots of 1-2-3s for Cuba. 1-2-3 in the first. Did have a single from Mujica in the second. 1-2-3 in the fourth. 1-2-3 in the 6th, 1-2-3 in the 8th, and 1-2-3 in the 9th. So not a good offensive showing from Cuba. Only pitched 2 innings from Guokbin from their starter, and then they went pretty much to the bullpen. It'll be interesting tomorrow since they threw a lot of these guys in the bullpen. Who's gonna really pitch tomorrow? Are they gonna go with another inning per pitcher again, as I think they had 7 different pitchers, so well, they also gave up a single later. Later on they had a walk. Song Sung-min stole a base and then came around to score on an RBI single. But yeah, I mean, honestly, it did not, neither team looked good, if I can be 100% honest. Neither team looked very good. Lots of singles from Korea, but they're not able to do anything else. Too many double plays, too many ground balls. And it doesn't say anything to, the Cuba's pitching. So these two teams, neither one are familiar with each other. So that's definitely something that will, have to do. and neither one of these teams really want to show the other team too much because they're both going to be in the same group for the Premier 12 in 2 weeks. I believe the first game starts on the 8th, and then I believe Group B, which is what Cuba and Korea are both in, starts on the 13th, I think is the first game. Maybe it's the 14th. I can never tell because I don't know which time zone they're using because I'm searching in English, but it's in Taipei. So, yeah, I think it's the 13th, but I can never remember. I don't know if it's the 13th. I think there's only one game on the 13th. And then a lot of the other ones play on the 14th. Yeah, but I think it's the 8th hour time, the 9th, or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, I know the first game is the 8th or 9th that Friday, I thought. I think it's next week Friday, I thought, which would be the 8th, but maybe it starts on Saturday. And then, yeah, the Group B will start on the last day of Group A. And then, obviously, you have the top two teams in both Group A and Group B. The top two teams will play a round robin, I believe. I tried to search it up a little bit, just since I'm going to be broadcasting it. But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. I'll be back tomorrow for 2 o'clock. Also, I will be streaming every possible game that I can find a broadcast for. So I will all. All right, there we go. Yeah, Japan and Korea should advance, but at the same time, Australia beat Korea in the Is it no? Not the Olympics, but the in the World Baseball Classic to advance just recently. So definitely can't put that past them. Korea, I don't think is that strong, but I do think that they definitely, I believe, should be in the top couple teams. But you have sound now, Nick. I think you should have sound now, hopefully. But yeah, so Japan and Korea should advance, but if they don't, it's very possible. All right, thank you guys. Sorry, you always have to tell me because I can't always tell. But yeah, I will stream every possible game I can. All the Korea games I'll be able to have broadcasts without a doubt. And since the time difference is pretty close, there may be some times where Korea plays during the day and I can't. But yeah, I will definitely stream as many games as I can since it seems that a lot of people are not going to be able to get this. Yeah, so but Korea wins the first game. In this 2-game series. They'll be, again, playing tomorrow. I will be here tomorrow. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for all the subscribers. Thank you, and thank you guys for helping me with some of these players, because obviously I don't know them. So thank you guys very, very much for helping me out with all of the Cuban players. I'll try to get a little bit more information for tomorrow. But, so, thank you guys, and, well, until next time.